what is your American dream?
I'm from the Philippines. My American dream is to have a job wherein I can help people to achieve their dreams, which is the most important thing for me.
I'm American. I was born in New York, and my American dream is to constantly learn and grow and use whatever God's given me to help as many people as I can.
I'm from Belgium, and my American dream is to bring laughter and joy into people's lives through comedy.
My family background is West Indian with roots in Curacao, Guyana, and Puerto Rico. My American dream is to live in a country where everybody loves and respects one another.
My background is Irish and African American. My American dream would be to make enough to live a happy and fulfilling life.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Well, Spar and Bernstein has been nothing but great to me throughout my trials. I mean, it's 5 years into this car accident, and they never gave up on me, never. And in everything, they fought for me, and I am so proud to tell everyone, don't even win for a moment. See you, Spar and Bernstein. My lawyer here, Mr. Barack, has been a cage animal. He wanted to go on trial, but thank God we settled out of court, and it was something that I'm very, very happy about. So everyone, I'm telling you, I'm not just making stories up. You have to use this law firm. Spar and Bernstein is the best, worldwide best.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see if we can welcome each and every one to the Brad and Squeeze Show. A very, 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 very different day today here on the Brad and Squeeze Show. So much happening in and around our community right here. But want to welcome each and every one. It's hosted by yours truly, David Squeze Annakie, and of course our attorney, Bradford H. Bernstein of the Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, we're here actually to help a lot of people. So remember, reach out to us right now and get your questions answered right here. 1-800-LAW-LINK, 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Call us with your immigration questions. Call us with questions in law. I'm quite sure that we can find an attorney for you. And remember, folks, we are on Facebook as I check to make sure that all my pages have been shared. We're reminding each and every one, please share the pages once again with everybody. Mr. Bernstein, what's happening in and around our globe and the world and right here in New York City?
This morning we got a little rock this morning.
Yep.
A man walked into the Port Authority bus terminal, and from what the reports are, we are downtown. So this happened, for those who don't live in New York City, this happened in Midtown West, which is right below Times Square. It's about 2 miles from 2.5 miles or so from where we are right now, about a 15-minute taxi ride. And apparently during the height of rush hour, sometime right before 8 in the morning, a man walked into the Port Authority bus terminal. He had a bomb strapped to his body. He also had two pipe bombs in his hand. He threw one pipe bomb. It exploded. Apparently nobody was injured from the pipe bomb that he threw. And then he tried to ignite himself up as a suicide bomber. Luckily for the people in and around the Port Authority area, the State National Guard, the City of New York Police Department acted immediately. They tackled him. They arrested the man. There apparently were authorities jumped on top of him, were yelling to people within the Port Authority to go, 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 run, run, run. And this man has been arrested, and apparently the only person injured physically is this alleged pipe bomber, suicide bomber. We don't know who he is yet. Obviously, a lot of people are emotionally scarred. It's very scary to be going to work on a Monday morning and have this happen. But in terms of physical casualties, the only one apparently, according to news reports so far, that is injured is the actual pipe bomber. So that's the excitement of the morning here in New York City. As we move along throughout the world, Squeeze.
As we move along.
I know you don't like to hear the word Trump.
All I have to say in reference to what you just mentioned is
okay.
everybody out there, just please be very vigilant. as to wherever you are in the world, but especially here in New York City where we are, and of course, under the microscope. Yes.
So I know you don't like to hear the word Trump, but this has a legal issue here, Squeze, that I wanted to point out.
Okay.
That we were actually talking about during our office holiday party Friday night at the W Hotel. Where I took everyone and their spouses out. We were about 80 people.
I was never invited.
Or boyfriends or girlfriends. Not every boyfriend and girlfriend showed up, or spouse.
I was never invited.
You were invited?
No, I had to ask to be invited.
You were orally invited. There was no invitation.
I took it personal.
I know you
so
did,
and
you left.
Yes,
and you left. I know that.
I am very sensitive like that.
I'm aware, but
Very
a lot of
much.
people got orally invited, did not get a physical invitation.
I was an afterthought.
You were not an afterthought.
Yes, I was too.
All right.
Because I heard you say to someone, "Did we invite Squeze?" And I'm like, "What? I've been invited to what?" And you said, "The office party." I'm like, "There is an office
So
party?"
there was no afterthought because I asked to make sure that you were invited. It wasn't like we were all talking.
I wasn't,
and
though.
then you said,
I was not. I was
what
not.
office party?" Well, all right. You were invited. You know you're always invited. You've been there for 19 years at this
So
office
what?
party.
I need a personal
And now
invitation.
this year he took it very personally and
Yeah.
decided not to come.
The older I get, the more sensitive I get.
So anyway, at our office party, had you been
Yes.
there, the one that you were invited to, but you
Yeah.
chose not to show up to,
I used to live in that building.
the attorneys were having a conversation. I know you did. The attorney, we had it at the W Hotel downtown. The attorneys were having a conversation. There was two legal issues that happened that night, by the way. Number one is the attorneys were having a conversation amongst themselves before the drinking started. About Donald Trump Jr. invoking, I guess he doesn't evoke, he invokes the attorney-client privilege. He went to go and testify before Congress, and Congress, either a senator or a congressman, had asked him about a conversation that he had with his father. And there were two on a telephone about this Russian investigation. There were two attorneys on the phone with him, and he says, "I am not answering that question because of its violation of my attorney-client privilege because my attorneys were on the telephone with me." And what all the attorneys in our office were talking about, because it just came out of the news on Friday, is, oh my God, this is like the first question that's asked on the bar exam, Donald Jr. You can't invoke attorney-client privilege if there is a non-attorney who is part of that conversation. So therefore, when we talk on our show here,
right,
and you start telling me some BS, like some callers come in and like, "Oh, Brad, let me tell you what happened," and all of a sudden I did all of this BS and blah, blah, blah. And I go, "Stop! It is not," you go, "Well, you're my attorney, Brad." No, I'm not. There's no privilege when you're telling an attorney something and there is a third party that's listening that is not an attorney. It is therefore, it breaks the attorney-client privilege.
Right.
So you can't invoke attorney-client privilege because Daddy was on the telephone. You dumbass. So that's the Trump dumbass news of the day. In addition, Kim Jong has now become a Twitter sensation. You thought you were a Twitter sensation. He is now a Twitter sensation. The state-run Korean news agency released an image of Kim Jong-un inspecting a potato factory. There he is, inspecting the potato factory. This is the factory that feeds the North Koreans. And the photo has captured the imagination and attention of all of Twitter.
Why does it not look like it's Photoshop?
What? It is not Photoshop. So now what they've done is they Photoshopped a Mr. Potato Head on top of Kim Jong-un's picture. Do we have it? There he is. This is now one of the biggest sensations on Twitter. Kim Jong-un. You do not find that funny at all. That made me laugh when I saw it. Okay. There's wildfires still going on in California. It's like Armageddon out there in LA. Why is DT not talking about this? Why are they not sending in federal resources? I don't know. So that's a big problem there as well. Here's an embarrassment. There's the fires. It looks like Armageddon out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, true.
Right?
Does.
Like
94,000 people, by the way, have been asked to
Evacuate.
Evacuate.
Has anybody been killed yet from these fires?
I haven't seen or heard anything about that.
You have not heard about that.
But they're still in trouble out there.
They're in trouble?
They're in trouble because
Yes.
the wind is going to pick up again.
Yes, the wind is. As soon as the wind picks up, no matter how good the firefighters are,
Right.
the wind is going to carry.
The wind wins.
The wind is always going to win.
The wind
Mother
wins.
Nature wins.
Always.
All the time.
All
which
the
is
time.
why we're trying to explain to the coal miners it's not the Mexicans taking your jobs away, it's Mother Nature. And look what Mother Nature's doing now, Mr. Coal Miner in West Virginia, that you are making the planet warmer. He's taking it out on everybody, or she is taking it out on everybody. Yes.
And while we're here, folks, once again, the number is 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. Give us a call, 1-800-LAWLINK, 1-800-529-5465.
So apparently, according to Jill, who just whispered in my ear, there are still migrant workers who, regardless of their safety, there they are still migrant workers who are still working the farms. These people are most likely from Mexico or Central America. They are working the farms right next to the fires. They are cover their mouths so they don't inhale the smoke. They are working minimum wage. They are probably working without papers. Yet they are still harvesting the crops before the farmers get to them. I mean, before the fires get to them, the farmers get to them, or Donald Trump gets to them. Who knows who will get to these migrant farmers first? So that's what's going on in California, Squeze.
Okay.
By the way, the United States put 92 Somalis on a plane back to Somalia. Somalia wouldn't take the plane. They flew all the way to Africa. It was in the news. Came all the way back to America.
Why?
I don't know why. It was an unexpected 5,000-mile backtrack for the migrants, some of whom have lived in the United States for over 20 years, while on a list of deportation. The plane never made it to Somalia. The flight landed in West Africa, Senegal, and facing, they quote, logistical problems. You know what logistical problems means, Squeze? Somalia wouldn't take these people back. So the United States, in order for the United States can't throw the people off the plane at 10,000 feet. They actually got to land in Somalia. Somalia authorities have to come on the plane, take the people off the plane, and make sure that they are, in fact, Somalian citizens. Somalia apparently didn't want to do that. And therefore, the plane went all the way to Africa, flew around Africa, came back, and these poor Somalis who've been living in the United States for over 20 years are still now sitting in detention somewhere in the United States. Which leads you to believe that there is no way in hell the United States can deport the tens and tens of millions of people that DT says he's going to.
So what will happen to these folks now that came back?
They're going to sit in jail.
For how long?
Forever. However, there is something called, after 6 months, that you have a right to have your detention reviewed by a court if you have a good lawyer. So if you're being held by immigration for more than 6 months, and there is no reasonable chance that in the short term you are going to be able to be physically removed to another country and deported and physically dropped off there, they have to review your detention, and if you can prove that's not going to happen, they have to release you. Because immigration is a civil detention, not a criminal detention, so you can't be held in immigration jail indefinitely for years and years.
So it's not forever.
It's not forever, but you got to assert your rights. Nobody is asserting your rights for you.
Okay. Interesting. 1-800-LAWLINK, folks. Getting to the phone lines shortly. Hopefully we'll have also a social media check-in where we get your immigration questions answered from the social media platforms, specifically Brad and Squeze Show.
Oh, here's something interesting I just reading here now in the news, Squeze.
What's that?
Golden Crust is hit with a lawsuit the day after the CEO commits suicide. They didn't even wait for the mourning period. Just days after Golden Crust CEO Lowell Hawthorne committed suicide in his Bronx factory. By the way, one of the most famous Jamaican entrepreneurs, came here with absolutely nothing. Okay, started off making copies, I think. That was his first job, if I read his history correct. And then made this huge company with over close to 2,000 workers, Golden Crust bakeries from the 1980s to now. 2 former workers, Sixto Ramirez and William Anderson, claim that during their employment there, he never paid them overtime. Now, if you are an hourly worker, and in the state of New York, if you're earning, I believe the threshold, I could be wrong, but I believe the threshold in New York is if you're earning under $48,000 a year, you have to be an hourly worker. And if you are not being paid overtime on a full-time basis, this is a full-time basis, you're not being paid overtime on a full-time basis, the company is liable for a lawsuit. So, and finally, did you see all the Santas gathering around and drinking this weekend? SantaCon? Did you dress up as Santa?
I was at work.
You were at work this weekend.
At Fiction Jamaica, sir.
All right.
Some of us have to work.
Take it over.
Thank you so much. I get to speak.
Yes.
1-800-529-5465. Once again, the Brad and Squeeze Show, which is live at 9, live at noon. This is where we get to the questions now. So once again, if you have your questions, want to say, give us a call at 1-800-529-5465 if you're listening to 93.5 WVIP FM. Also, give us a call if you are also watching us on social media page, Facebook Live, Brad and Squeeze Show with yours truly, David Squeeze Annakie, and of course, Mr. B.
All right, you ready to go to Mark?
I am ready to go to Mark.
Mark in Brooklyn, New York. Mark, how are you?
What's up, Mark?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I have a friend of mine who's he's facing deportation, but he just wanted to know, do you take cases like that so you can come in your office?
Of course, that's what we do here for a living. We help people who face deportation every day.
But he had went to court and the judge told him to go home when they're ready for him. They'll come for him. So he just wanted to know,
he was obviously ordered deported. He never left the United States. He has a warrant for his deportation. He would need to reopen his deportation case. We help people like that as well. And now this man hung the phone up. Maybe he was scared ICE was going to come knock on his door. He was talking very, very fast. But yes, we can help this man if he calls back. 1-800-529-5465 is the number, Squeeze. It's 1-800-LAW-LINK. I got that number about 20 years ago at Squeeze's urging. Squeeze says, Brad, you can't just say call 212-227-8933.
Yep.
That's Grandpa's number.
Yep.
You need your own number.
You need your own.
Right. So I got 1-800-LAW-LINK, which at the time was great. Except nobody uses the words anymore. They just, it's 1-800-529.
But you want to know what? That's not true because it sticks in people's mind. No one remembers the numbers, but if someone is driving and they can't put the number in, they remember LAW-LINK.
Right.
So they go and they punch it out on their phone.
We should get like a jingle, LAW-LINK jingle. Cars for Kids jingle. Just get it ingrained in people's minds. Like something really annoying. Something that like Brad Squad would be like, oh my God, that is so annoying. Like Team Squeeze would be like, stop that song already.
Notice I'm not even commenting.
Sandy in West Palm Beach.
Sandy, how you doing? How's Florida?
Good morning, Brad.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
I'm okay. How are you?
Good.
What's up?
Okay, I have a question. My question is, how do advanced parole work with getting a green card?
How does advanced parole work with you? Advanced parole works with an adjustment application. So what you do is when you file your adjustment for your green card, you also you can apply for 2 benefits while you are waiting for your green card. One benefit is your work permit, which is done on an I-765, and that way you can get your work permit, you can get your driver's, with the work permit you get your social and driver's license. The other benefit you can apply for on an I-131 application is an advanced parole. That allows you to make short trips out of the country and return to the United States, be allowed to re-enter the United States and complete your adjustment of status. So basically it serves as a travel document. Generally speaking, you do the I-485, the adjustment, with the I-765, with the I-131, all together in one big package. You submit it to the Immigration Service, and when they mail you back your work permit, on your work permit it has to say travel authorized or advanced parole authorized or something to that effect, and then you can use that work permit to travel back and forth, but only if it says travel authorized or work permit authorized. That's how it works.
Okay, so if someone came here illegal and if they travel on advanced parole, they cannot adjust status on using their advanced parole?
Wait. They came here illegal and what happened?
They came here illegal.
And then what happened?
And they trying to get like their papers, their green card.
Well, you can't adjust your status here. I'm assuming they got married to a citizen. Is that the fact?
Correct.
Okay. So
yes.
if you came here illegally and you marry a U.S. citizen, you're ineligible to adjust your status unless you made a legal entry, which you just told me they didn't do, or your 245I, which means that you had something filed in the system before April 30th, 2001, or, and this is just through marriage to a U.S. citizen, there's other rules for different type of applications, or you are married to someone who's in the military or former military and then apply for what's called a parole in place. Short of that, you're not adjusting your status here. You're doing what's called a provisional waiver. So we need to find out more about this person and what they can do and what they can't do. So hold on one second.
1-800-529-5465. Thank you so much, Sandy, for calling in. 1-800-LAWLINK. And remember, once again, place your questions on the Brad and Squeeze Facebook page. Also, of course, remember to share that page with all of your friends. Share it on your own timelines and share it on others. Once again, 1-800-529-5465.
By the way, Squeeze, you can leave your immigration questions on our Facebook page at the Brad and Squeeze Show.
Did I just not say that?
Yes, I want to say it again because nobody seems to have any questions today. The social media queen is out sick, so she did not remind people to leave the questions. We have Patrice, our backup social media queen. She is the heir to the throne.
So she's coming on today.
The heir to the throne of the social media queen. Mm-hmm. She's like the Meghan Markle of the Brad and Squeeze Show. Like a princess almost, waiting in the wings to take over. Like, if the social media queen were not be able to do her job duties on a regular basis because she's always sick, then, Meghan Markle would take over as the social media queen. So, that's what happens. So we have her waiting in the wings. So leave your questions
in the wings.
In the wings. So leave your questions on our Facebook page at the Brad and Squeeze Show, and we will be answering your immigration questions in about 120 seconds or so.
120 seconds.
120 seconons.
Okay.
Also, please share our page, right, Squeeze?
Yeah.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, I think I did say that too.
You said that too.
No.
I don't know. It always sounds better when it comes out of my mouth.
Okay, if you feel that way.
I do.
Problem. Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
Say it again.
Nope, I've said it all. All right, let's see our Braducation video of the day. I don't know what I'm answering, but let's see what it is.
Okay.
My interview is in my home country, and I'm scared that if I leave, I won't be allowed re-entry into the USA. What guarantee do I have that I'll be permitted re-entry?
There is never a guarantee that you'll be permitted re-entry, but you'll know well before you leave whether or not you have a problem, or at least you should know. And if you don't know, you should figure out whether or not you have a problem. The only reasons why you would be turned down is for misrepresentation, for criminal activity, failing your medical, affidavit of support or poverty guideline issues, or if you have lived illegally in the United States for more than 180 days. There's provisional waivers for many of these things. There's a provisional waiver certainly for overstaying your time, and there's waivers for many of the other issues. But you should make sure you speak to a professional attorney to review your case before you leave the United States to make sure you have no inadmissibility issues.
There you go. Braducation, one of my favorite segments. I just love that word, braducation.
Yes.
I just love that word.
Yes.
Braducation.
We have a segment called Fresh Squeezed coming up.
I've heard that about 2 years ago.
Yeah. We just don't know what it's going to be about yet. Maybe we should ask the Brad Squad and Team Squeeze, what should the Fresh Squeeze segment be about?
Freshly squeezed.
It's Freshly Squeezed.
Freshly squeezed.
Freshly Squeezed with David Squeeze Annakie.
Yeah, don't worry. Whatever it
we
is.
got to come up with something unique.
It's going to be huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
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 Yes. It is going to be huge.
All right, let's go.
Let's get back to the calls at 1-800-LAWLINK.
Let's go to Chris in Queens. Chris.
Hello.
How are you, Chris?
Yes, how you doing?
Yes, how you doing? Good morning. I was calling about a situation for me.
Yes, go ahead.
I was here for about 28 years.
Mm-hmm.
came here illegally, but I've been trying to adjust my status. I've been married, and also the problem is I've been arrested, but I have never been convicted of any felonies or misdemeanors.
All right. Well,
when I was arrested when I was maybe like 16, 17, I was arrested, and I was in a fight with a bunch of guys, and they essentially labeled me as a gang member.
Well, that's bad.
So the gang member issue has been hindering my adjustment of status since I've been trying to get it sorted out. But I want to know, how can I get the gang issue out of my name?
I don't know. I would have to see the underlying facts of why they're labeling you a gang member, and then see how we can rebut that. You know, we would have to review your records, review your criminal records, and then talk to you and say, hey, it says A, B, C, and D. What do you have to say about that? And how are we going to rebut that? That's number one. So I don't, there's no form, I-178 that says, yeah, this is the form you fill out, and then now you're no longer labeled a gang member. It doesn't work like that.
No. The police department labeled me as a gang member when I was arrested.
I get it. And then my answer to you is, there is no way in hell I'm going to figure out in the next 45 seconds how come you're not a gang member. Okay? They are labeling this to you based on something that happened 25 years ago. I don't know anything about you personally. I have never met you. I don't know why the police are even labeling this to you. I don't know what you were accused of. I don't know what your criminal records look like. I don't know what immigration paperwork you filed and which facts immigration used to label you as a gang member and deny you a green card. So all of this would need to be done in what is Donald Trump Jr. doesn't understand, an attorney-client privileged conversation. So hold on one second.
Once again, folks, the number here is 1-800-529-5465. Any updates on what's going on in Midtown? I was hoping that we'd get some updates.
I don't know. The iPad is acting up on me. Wow.
Oh, man. Sometimes I feel my attorney's such a comedian,
Wait a second. Wait, maybe there's something like a little sip of water in here? Nope, nothing. I hope I don't have that Donald Trump issue. Like when he was caught slurring his words, they claimed he was parched. If I start slurring my words by the end of this show and I don't have dentures, I'm just parched. Squeeze.
Well, you've been having some slip-ups since your show started.
I have been having slip-ups.
Yes.
Seashells by the seashore has been an issue for me. Hey. All right, do you want to let's do this. Let's have our USA credit of the moment.
Why?
Why not? Why not? Why? This is like the best time to do it because nobody seems to have any immigration questions.
It seems like
this is the
like I said, it's always an afterthought.
So, it is not an afterthought.
These days, you know what?
It is 9:35.
You just go with the flow.
We are right in the center of the show. This is the median, the height of the show.
The production team thinks so. The boss who runs the production team thinks so.
The height of the show. USA Credit Repair.
And the co-host or the host, David Annakie. Hey, just goes with the flow.
All right, so that's the 3 minutes for USA Credit Repair.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Let's see Patrice.
Let's see if we can find Patrice in the social media room. Okay, which is more important, a lot more important. Patrice, how you doing? Huh? No. We got to give her the hello.
Welcome to the show that you've been on for all these months, but didn't want to come on camera.
By the way,
yes.
By the way, I got to go there. I have to go there. Congratulations, you're the first black social media host we've had.
That's not true.
Who else we've had?
As the first SMG was
she's the first black SMG woman. I'm sorry. Black woman.
No, Little Nikki for a little bit.
Little Nikki was never social media.
She never did social media.
No, Little Nikki was just Little Nikki.
Right.
Remember we used to try to figure out what Little Nikki was.
David Jr.
Right.
I remember what color skin he had.
But he's not a woman.
Right. Kyle, I remember what color skin he had.
I know he's not a woman.
Okay. And then we went to Kim. And Giselle, who is Hispanic.
Yeah, Giselle is Latino,
Latino. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I'm saying she's the first black woman.
All right, welcome.
You're the Michelle Obama of the social media.
All right, you broke the glass ceiling. According to Squeze, you broke the glass ceiling, Patrice.
All right, so what's up?
All right, fire it up.
First person. Okay, so Tanisha Sadler, what documents are required to be submitted when doing the removal of conditions?
Proof that you and your spouse are living together. So everything that you have to prove that you are living together, which would be pictures together with friends and family, bills addressed to the both of you, your bank statements to show that you have money coming in jointly that's being earned, and debts of the marriage are being paid out through the same bank account. Everything to show that you're sharing an economic relationship and you're sharing the same bedroom.
Okay. Tanisha McNabb wants to know how long after you get your work permit when will you receive your interview date?
Could be 3 months, could be 6 months.
Okay. And Shine Williams, a person applied to remove the conditions on their green card, did the biometric, then received a mail requesting for more documents. What happens if that person doesn't have those documents?
You got a problem. You're not getting your work permit. Don't file paperwork unless you have everything. So you've just wasted your money. Come see a lawyer.
Always say it.
Okay.
Always say it.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, so Denise Phillips. Hi, Brad. I recently became a citizen. Can I do an adjustment of status for my husband who's visiting in January from Jamaica? We've been apart for 3 years.
Your husband is visiting in January. We are now in December. So he has the intent of visiting and getting a green card. That is called misrepresentation in anybody's book. He will be denied, returned home. You will never be able to get a green card for this man ever. Bad mistake. Come see a lawyer.
Okay. Let me see. I think that's all we may have. Okay, what's happening in the... Yeah, I think that's all we have for right now.
So. Like going like this. Let me see.
I'm sorry.
Do you not have glasses? You need glasses?
It's a small screen. I'm trying to see. It's so
you look like going like this.
The words are like this. I have contacts on, so I guess they're not helping out.
They're not helping out. All right. Well, you know what? You did a great job because we put her in the seat like 30 seconds before the show started when we realized that Kim wasn't going to make it in. And she's like, I really don't want to do this. And I want you to know something. Great job with a beautiful smile. And your boyfriend Ricardo's going to be very, very proud of you. I hope he's watching. I hope he's watching. I hope he's watching because he's been telling us, put my girlfriend on camera.
Or else.
Put her on camera.
Or else.
He was coming in to like start a whole war. And I said, she doesn't want to go. What could I do? I can't force her. But we forced her today. Good job.
And she did a great
job.
Thank
you, Patrice.
And by the way, you look much better on screen than Brad and I.
Yes, that is for sure.
To say that.
Right. Yeah. Right. First of all, you don't have the facial hair, the ugly facial hair that Squeze and I have. No, Thank God, right?
Speak for yourself, man.
All right, Patrice. Our fill-in social media queen. Very good job. Thank you very much. All right, so Squeze. Yeah, I'm sorry. I do want to talk about USA Credit. Okay, do we want to do it before walking the border or after walking the border?
Walking the border.
Walking the border.
Wow, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I know, you were very interested.
Walking the border.
I met these two women that we spoke to on Skype that are walking the border to bring attention to what's going on at the border between the United States and Mexico.
Is this about the water?
This is not about the water.
Because I know about the water at the border.
Yes, I know. So let's watch and see.
Yeah, let's check it out.
With us today is Tenny Ostrom and Claire Wernstedt Lynch, and they have put their friendship together, their love of long-distance hiking, and their social consciousness to walk the entire border between Mexico and the United States. They're calling this Walk the Border. It's 1,933 miles that they will be walking. I understand they are on day 9 so far, and that during this walk, they will be blogging about this, about their experiences and the people that they meet. So welcome, Tenny. Welcome, Claire. Tenny, you are the one who is sitting down. Is that correct?
Correct.
Right. And Claire, how are you as well? You're on day 9. Do you know how many miles you've walked so far?
Good question. Probably around 100.
Where did you start? Where did you start?
San Diego, right at the Pacific Ocean, Friendship Park.
So you're still in California right now?
Correct.
Do people realize what you're doing as you're walking through?
I don't think we've walked by anyone who hasn't wondered what we're doing.
Right. You have your U.S. passports with you. Have you been stopped by U.S. Border Patrol or anything like that?
Constantly, yeah. Every single day we meet up to 10 Border Patrol, sometimes less, but they always know who we are. They have a complex communication system, of course, and always know who we are before we meet them.
Yeah, we usually talk to one at the beginning of the day, and then they sort of get the scoop on what we're doing, and then relay it to everyone else, and then we sort of wave as we go by the rest of the day.
Have you met any immigrants on your path?
In a lot of the border communities, there are many immigrants.
I haven't run into anyone yet.
You haven't run into anyone yet running across the border yet, though?
We actually were about 200 feet away from a group of 5 the other day that we saw run across the border, sprint to the highway, and get in the car and drive away. But we were far enough. We didn't really interact with them.
Right, and I guess they made it somehow into the United States of America. By the way, I mean, we were just talking on our show yesterday, and this is going off script a little bit. They say that border crossings are down dramatically. Is there any way that you can see how Border Patrol is able to count who's able to cross the border, who's not, or is this just all made up numbers? I mean, you're right there on the border. How can you count how many people are coming across the border? Is there any way that you can see that they can do that?
I personally can't count the amount of footprints we've seen.
Exactly. What's the most interesting story, a person or incident that's happened so far?
We met Enrique Morenas, who I think has appeared on your show, the head of Border Angels.
Yes.
On our very first day. And he was one of the most inspiring people we met, and it really felt like fate to meet him just at the beginning of our hike. He's connected with us with so many people. He's a really interesting person.
And years of wisdom, years of knowledge about these issues that we're coming into, and could not be a better person.
Yeah, he's actually extraordinarily informed on what's going on the border, as informed as anybody I've ever talked to. So he's a great person and a great resource to start this trek out with, and to obviously publicize what's going on. The terrain so far, how's the terrain? Is it mountains? Is it rivers? Is it, fences you gotta crawl under? What's going on?
Honestly, it changes every day.
Yeah.
Multiple throughout the day. San Diego, I mean, we walked through at least 8 different kinds of terrain. Outlet malls will turn into mountains, will turn into industrial parking lots, will turn into grasslands, will turn into desert. I mean, it's constantly changing.
What have you seen in terms of prior movement in the areas you've been?
Anything that you can imagine. For instance, we went down one drainage in the Jacamba Wilderness, and it was full of remnants of all kinds of things, from suitcases to water bottles to little backpacks that are pink and purple, and you come up with stories in your mind about all of these items and what they meant to someone else.
And if we go to, walktheborder.com, we can read along every day what's going on your journeys. Is that correct?
Correct.
And I believe that you're going to have some really interesting stories, some sad stories, some funny stories, some stories that will educate people and maybe even open their eyes. So I'm actually very interested to read about what's going on with you guys, or ladies, so to speak, on a day-to-day basis. And we'd love if you can check back with us every so often and let us know where you are along your journey. It's going to be 6 months, so I'm sure we'll have an opportunity to check back with you a whole bunch of times and see where you are. Good luck on your hike until we talk again. Thanks for joining us.
All right. There you have it. Walk the border. Very interesting. Right here on the Brad and Squeeze Show. Once again, folks, we are here and we are reaching out to all of you to once again make sure you tune in at noon also. And of course, the show, we are partnered with this company. I believe it's a great company, and I could tell you why, because I've actually used them in the past. They're called usacreditrepairinc.com. Maybe you should go and check them out right now at usacreditrepairinc.com. A great company with over 127 people always standing by, ready, willing, and able to actually give you a free consultation on your credit. Do not, I repeat, do not go into 2018 without one, checking your credit. This time of the year, you need to check your credit because some people may be using your identity Even if you have excellent credit, it doesn't mean someone is not using your identity. So right now, if you have ever been late in your life, that infraction more than likely is still on your credit. Get it removed. Good or bad credit, make a call over to USA Credit Repair. Get the certified credit repair consultants to pull your credit right now for free and tell you how your credit is doing. You may call them right now for a 100% free consultation, the leading credit repair entity, in my opinion, in this side of the country. Call them at 1-800-872-7177. Call right now. You will get the Jared Marcuses, you will get the Zedmar Kellier, the Samoy Coles, the Brittany Harris. 1-800-872-7177. Remember, 1-800-USA-7177. If you have ever been late, make the call, make the connection, make it usacreditrepairinc.com or just go to wefixbadcredit.com.
All right, so we got Nick in Paterson, New Jersey. Nick, how are you?
Let's go to Paterson, New Jersey.
I'm doing good, Brad.
What's up?
Yeah, I just got my citizenship.
Okay, great.
I applied for my passport and lost it.
Which passport did you lose? The U.S. or your?
Yeah, U.S.
United States. You just got your citizenship and you lost your U.S. passport already?
Yeah.
All right, so you got to go declare it lost and go apply it again.
Yes, I reapply. I received back the passport, but not the naturalization paper.
So write them back and say, can you please send me back my naturalization paper? And if they don't get it back, then you would have to file for a replacement one.
Oh, I have to write them?
Write them and say, I got my passport back. Appreciate it. Can you send me back my naturalization? Take it from there, and if you don't, then come see me.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Once again, 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-LAWLINK. Let's go to another call, and then we'll check in with Social Media Queen one more time before we go. And remember, you can place those questions if you don't want to call the number 1-800-529-5465. Place them on the social media page, Brad and Squeze. And remember to share the page with everyone. Let's go to another call from
Cammy in Yorktown.
Cammy or Tammy?
Cammy in Yorktown.
Hey, Cammy. I know a Cammy.
Hey, good morning, guys.
How are you?
I am blessed. How are you?
Good. What's up?
Yeah, Brad, I want to thank you so much for the advice that you gave me in my daughter's case. It was approved.
Good.
We got the package back last Wednesday.
Wonderful.
Yes,
Congratulations.
She's on her way up next week. Thank God.
Great.
Awesome. I have another situation that I want your advice on as well, because I know you're so good.
Thank you.
My brother is filing his paperwork.
Yep, stroke me. I like it. Yes.
My brother's wife filed for him, and he just got his work permit back. And on Saturday, and when he opened it was a work permit, but on the bottom of the work permit it says serve as I-512 for advanced parole.
Yep.
Why? What is that about?
That's
and
his travel.
why is that?
That's his travel authorization.
Oh.
Right. So he can use the work permit to travel as well.
Awesome.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Not a bad thing.
We were all scrambling the whole weekend trying to figure out what it means.
Yeah. It means bon voyage. Go home. Just don't stay out of the country for more than a week or two.
Does that mean he can go back to Jamaica?
Yes, it does.
Awesome. God is good. Thank you, Brad.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Squeeze. Bless up, guys.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So please leave your questions right now on social media. We're not going to go to our social media queen stand, and there's only one person who's left a question. I know there's lots of people out there who have.
Maybe you can just read off that question then.
I don't know where it is.
Your iPad doesn't work?
No, it doesn't work. So a filing fee for a family member question. But we're going to leave your questions right now on our social media page, on Brad and Squeeze page. At Brad and Squeeze. Leave your immigration questions, and also please share this with your friends and family. If there are so many people out there with immigration issues, with legal issues, who really need help, and if only one person has left a question on our social media page, that means that the people who are watching are not doing their job by sharing this. Because if you were sharing this, we would be inundated with questions. There's millions of people out there with questions. So please share this on your timeline right now by going to the little share button right next to our video and doing the little arrow thing and sharing it on your timeline. Also, give us a call right now. We're live on WVIP 93.5 FM. We're live on Facebook at The Brad and Squeeze Show. And also like and follow The Brad and Squeeze Show so you can get notification when we are on. Squeeze.
Absolutely. Once again, folks, the number here to reach out to us is 1-800-529-5465. Yes, we are not at 100 shares, which is very disappointing, but we love you still, and we know you love us back. So once again, 1-800-529-5465. Reach out to us with your questions. Regardless of where you are in the world, you can call us. Of course, in the United States, it's 1-800-529-5465. Outside of the United States, this is the part that Brad loves, +1 212-227-8933. That's +1 212-227-8933. Now, the question of the day is, why have you not shaven?
Why have I not shaved?
Yeah.
Laziness.
That's real?
Laziness.
That's the truth.
That is the truth.
Is that the truth?
That is the truth.
I am asking you if that's the truth.
That's the truth that I'm going with.
That you're going with.
That I'm going with. There's lots of truths in the world. Okay? There's lots of truths in the world. This is the truth that I will be going with.
All right.
All right. So let's go to ONeill in Brooklyn. ONeill.
ONeill.
Good morning, Squeze. Good morning, Brad.
Good morning. How are you?
I got my brother in Jamaica. If I got to file for him, how long are you going to take?
Over 12 years. But file, because you never know.
Okay. So big up, Squeze. You know, I got a good weekend in the friction.
Yeah, he wasn't fiction. I was just about to mention that. He wasn't fiction.
And now he's back in Brooklyn?
This is ONeill from the Facebook page. He was,
Yeah, he came over there?
He was in fiction.
Yeah?
He had a wonderful time with his other half.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Squeze was posting pictures. There were a lot of beautiful people there that weekend.
Everybody was beautiful up in fiction, man.
Yeah, it was great, man. It was lit for the weekend.
Really?
It was really
lit.
Yes, it was.
All right. A real true life testimonial lit.
Of fiction.
Club fiction.
ONeill, it's good having you, man. And guess what? You're now officially a lifetime member of fiction, so you'll never pay to get in ever again.
That's right.
All right.
You know, we should give Brad Squad and Team Squeze cards.
You're welcome,
free admission
ONeill.
to fiction.
Yep.
All right. Thank you. All right, let's go to
that's
Clive in Hattsville, Maryland. Clive.
Hello, what's up, Mr. Brad?
What's up?
Good day. Just a few questions. I got my green card from my wife recently. Now my son was in Jamaica. His grandmother was filing for his mother. Okay.
Wait. I'm lost already. You got your green card through your wife, and his grandmother was filing for his mother?
No. Let me
go backwards.
Okay. I recently got my green card. Okay, so I'm good.
Good.
My son.
Who did you get your green card through?
I got it through my wife.
Through your wife. Good.
Yeah.
How old is your son?
My son is now 20.
He's 20. How long have you been married?
I've been married since 2014.
Okay. And is your wife a citizen?
Yes, she is.
So when you got married, your son was under 18, I assume?
Yes, he was.
Okay. Now, somebody else other than your wife is filing for your son. Is that correct?
Yeah. That's what I wanted to explain
to you. Who is filing for your son?
His grandmother was filing for his mom, and he was on it. But we started to suspect it might not come through before he becomes 21. So I have him come over here, and I just put in the paperwork. I had my wife put in the paperwork for him. He's living with us now.
Okay, two things. Okay, one, when you say he just came over here, when did he just come over here?
No, he been here like a year now.
Oh, okay, fine. All right, so as long as you put in the paperwork before he's 21, and as long as the marriage happened before 18, he's safe. He'll get his green card in under a year.
In under a year?
Yes.
All right, I appreciate it, man.
You're very welcome, Clive. If you need any help, hold on one second, okay? We help people in Maryland. We help people in Virginia.
I actually believe everyone that reaches out to this show should use the Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein in the capacity of immigration, but not only that. If you get hurt in an accident, you will need the Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein. Why am I saying that? Well, I can tell you.
Why are you saying
I am saying that because I know there are good attorneys here, and these guys go after the juggler, like I always say. They make sure you get the maximum compensation possible when you get hurt in an accident from that insurance company. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you call Spar and Bernstein for your personal injury at 1-800-529-5465. And even if it's a family matter, divorces, child support, custody battles, all of that, make it Spar and Bernstein. And also tax issues, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-529-5465. 5465. That's 1-800-LAWLINK.
All right. Carol Anderson, the Tiger, says, I share. Brad, stop lambasting me.
I completely concur with her.
Right. Tanisha says, how long, she has a question here. How long after you get, I can't even read this. How long after, you see, we need social media queen. Where's social media queen?
You want to
I'm trying to do social media queens and it's just not working. There you are.
There we go.
Hey!
And I must say, she's a lot better looking than you, man, as a social media queen.
I tried to do.
And I don't think you're a queen either.
I tried to be the.
Don't try to be a queen.
I tried to be the stand-in for the stand-in.
No, you tried. No, you just tried to be a social media queen.
All right. What do we got?
All right, quickly.
So we have 3 questions. Okay, let's start with the first one. So Faye Blades wants to know, what is the filing fee for sending for a family member?
$5.35.
$5.35. Okay. Denise Phillips wants. Yes. And Denise Phillips wants to know, hi, Brad, when is the best time to visit for a consultation?
Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And Tuesdays we're open till 8 and Saturdays 9 to 3. So we're open 6 days a week.
Okay.
Okay. And Natalie wants to know, Brad, when are you going to fiction?
Yeah, very good question.
I got an answer.
It's a very good question.
It's a very good question. I got an answer.
No, Brad, things change. Knowing you.
Oh, okay. Right now
is right.
At this moment, this is the truth. But as I said, there's multiple truths, right? The truth is, right now, I will be at Fiction the weekend after New Year's. Let's see if that holds true.
Natalie, there's your question. There's your answer.
There's your answer. So
All
that's
right.
the January 4th weekend, right? January 5th. We will be there. I will be there at Club Fiction. White man up, right? Okay.
Yes. And that's it.
We're out of here.
Yeah.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Patrice, our social media queen for the day. Remember, check in with us at noontime right here for the Brad and Squeeze Show. And this has been, of course, a production from the Spar, Bernstein and Link Up Media Company. The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein Law Firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.
What are you doing?